You get to understand that it's not binary. Success is not binary. It's not yes or no. It's not black or white. Hello everyone and welcome back. A different setup here today. I'm in my hometown and I'm not currently in Vienna, so not my professional setup, but it should do the job for this video. And I want to share with you, most of you guys are probably doing New Year's resolution or setting goals for 2021, and I want to share one single thing that I do believe is very important when it comes to achieving your goals, and that I see people doing wrong over and over again. And I can also see it in myself, and it's actually not so difficult to overcome that. But I will talk about that later in the video. First and foremost, thank you so much for the support for this channel so far. I, of course, know that having deep runs, big scores, highlight videos is going to attract a large audience. So it really means a lot to me that with just a few videos sharing my success or sharing my background on how I was achieving success in poker and things that have helped me in my life and also in business, and sharing that on this channel, already reaching views or multiple thousands in views is really means a lot to me that people listen to me. And I promise I will try to improve the content, provide more content, and especially sharing it in a way that it's just very simple so you can apply it in your life. It's not too complicated, and I hope it's going to help you.
Let's crush.
So in this video I want to talk about why I do believe that when you set your goals, you make your New Year's resolution, and the first couple of weeks it goes well, but then something happens. You have a change in your environment. You might go on a vacation. Maybe you're ill. Maybe you have certain circumstances in your life that will draw you a little back, or that you might fall into a hole, and it's really hard to get out of it. Because usually when things are going well, we're in our environment, we have our routines, it's not so difficult to execute on our habits or on our little challenges on a daily basis that bring us closer to our goals. So what am I talking about? I see it very often that people think in black and white. So when they're setting a goal, let's say they want to work out multiple times a week, they want to study multiple times a week, or they have certain volume goals. Let's talk about diet. I think it's a very common example, and you can illustrate, you can mirror it into so many different areas: poker, business, personal life, relationships, and health. So let's say you want to go on a diet, and you want to cut out sugar, or you want to cut out anything else that might hinder you from achieving your goals in your diet. So usually what happens when they have a little bit of a weak moment, they're craving for something sweet, they have a cookie or two, their mindset immediately shifts into, oh my God, I fucked it up, all my progress is gone, now I had 2 cookies, now I can eat the whole package. The next day, oh my God, I fucked up yesterday, so today I can let go. That happens for multiple days, and the entire progress from the previous 2 or 3 weeks is gone. So the problem is that very often we connect success with reaching our goals 100%. For us, if your goal is to work out 5 times a week, but we only work out 3 or 4 times, we're not really feeling so well about it. We don't really think that we have accomplished anything that week. But you get to understand that it's not binary. Success is not binary. It's not yes or no. It's not black or white. So even though, and especially now during vacation, during holidays, I see so many guys of you neglecting or abandoning all their routines. And then, of course, it's so hard to come back. So what I usually do during vacation and during holiday, and I think that's always a very big trap where a lot of people, oh no, I'm on a vacation, I don't need to do anything. Of course, I'm not going to be fully executing on my routines. Instead of meditating 20 minutes a day, I meditate only 5 to 10 minutes a day. Instead of working out 5 times a week, I work out 3 times a week. And also instead of working out half an hour, I'm only maybe working out 15 minutes a day, So My goal is, of course, not to make progress. It's supposed to be a break. It's supposed to be paying attention to other things in your life, to your friends, family, dedicating time towards that. And of course, it's all totally right to go a little back, slow back with your usual routines that you normally do when you're at home. And your goal is not to make progress. Your goal is in those situations just to keep the momentum alive, to not fall back too much. So usually, it goes a little bit up every day. We try to improve a little bit. We go on a vacation, we go on a break, and maybe we fall a little bit back, or maybe we just stay on a plateau. So when we come back, we don't have a hard time getting back on track. And that's the problem for most of you guys, that when you have a weak moment, whether it's on a daily basis, you crave for that cookie, or instead of studying, you say, today I just want to have a day off, I just want to watch Netflix, tomorrow I come back, that usually you feel so miserable about it, you're so disappointed about yourself that you have such a hard time coming back, and you think that all the progress you have accumulated the previous weeks and days, that you think it's gone, and now there's no point in continuing, so you can just throw everything overboard, and then for a couple of weeks you just eat shit, you don't study, you don't do anything, and at some point it reaches a point where you then realize, okay, that's not the best way, let's start again. 2 weeks it goes well, then you have a weak moment, or you go on a vacation and you forget about everything, right? So very important, when it happens, when you have a weak moment, or when you go on a vacation right now on Christmas, just shift your mindset from growing and moving forward to, hey, you know what? We just keep the momentum alive. We just try to stay in shape. You don't need to try to hit your personal record. So that's why usually I pump it up a little bit more actually during Christmas, especially the first couple of days. I try to get in a workout or two more, because I know that so many guys are taking it so slow during Christmas, and it just feels good. It really feels I gain an advantage, but you don't need to do that. I think just slowing down and trying to do a little bit and not neglecting everything will make a big difference. Because imagine now during Christmas, you just eat shit for 2 weeks, you don't work out, you don't study, you don't read a book, or you don't try to consume anything that might bring you closer to your goals. And then you make all these goals. Oh, January 2nd, I start. But the previous 2 weeks, you forgot everything. Not you forgot everything, but you got used to like very shitty routines, and then January 2nd or 3rd, whenever you get up from zombie mode, it's so hard to get back on track. It might work out for 1 or 2 weeks, but it's so difficult. And I think in general it's not, and a lot of you guys are motivated, a lot of you guys are trying to achieve your goals, but you fuck it up in those moments because you're so hard on yourself. And if you take it a little more easier in those situations, I'm pretty sure that if you have that day during a week where you take it slower, where you have a piece of cake or a cookie or burger or whatever it is, and next day you attack, you would actually achieve your goals way more often, way faster, and not have these heavy setbacks. So keep that in mind when achieving your goals, and also when making your New Year's resolutions. Try to really put it on paper. Okay, hey, if I feel like I need a day off, I take my day off, but the next day I will attack again. It's because it's important to take breaks. Don't get me wrong, right? And I'm not a big fan to always hustle, always grind. The body needs its sleep, the body needs its rest, and you should give it to your body. And even when you, let's say, you set a volume goal of playing 10,000 hands a month, even if you reach only 7,000, don't be too hard on yourself. It's not about a streak or always about records. If you did manage to perform better than the previous months and you played a little bit more volume, that's also okay. Again, success is not something you can measure for the most part, or that it's a yes or no. Just because you reach 100%, it's not that you will have a check mark. Yes, you reached success. Also 70%. Revisit, look, okay, where did you maybe struggle a little bit? Why didn't you reach the 100%? But be very rational, be very productive about it. Because if you're too hard on yourself, what happens? It's that the next day you think, oh my God, I fucked up yesterday, so today I can take a day off, I can eat more cookies. There's no point in continuing anyway, I'm a loser. And that's unfortunately a very toxic mindset. that we have learned somewhere along the way through our parents, friends, school, educational system. It's very often that we got internalized that success is binary, but it is not. And this is something you need to internalize, and then I'm pretty sure it's going to be much easier for you to reach your goals. I am very brutal about it. So whenever I even have a few more days where I'm lacking my routines, the more I'm lacking, the harder I'm trying to get back, because I know it's going to be very difficult. So I try to get back on track very fast. You don't need to do that, right? It just works out for me, and I'm sharing that with you because it might help. So when I really have 3 or 4 days where I don't eat well, maybe I'm not consuming anything educational, or I'm not moving closer towards reaching my goals, then I'm usually going to take it very hard on myself for the first days, which means I'm going to do a fasting for 2 or 3 days, or I'm going to be extremely strict with my workouts. I'm going to increase the level of my workouts, the intensity. So it's more like a few hell days. So I signalize my mind, my body, okay, we're back on track. It's incredibly hard for me, but if I want to give myself those 3 4 days of really not paying attention to anything, just eating whatever I want, I'm gonna be also incredibly hard on myself. Usually, uh, it's not like that. It can happen, of course, especially when you're on a vacation. I understand, but for the most part, I don't have a big problem with coming back and just continuing where I stopped, because during a vacation, during a holidays, I still do my meditations. I still, even if it's just 5 pages reading a book, hey man, we're talking about 5 to 30 minutes a day, not every day, where you just try to signalize your mind, your subconscious mind, hey, this is important. And you listen. Some of you guys might say, yeah, but I need breaks, I need this, I need that. If you want to achieve big success and reach your dreams, it's a lifestyle. And a lifestyle doesn't stop in your vacation. It doesn't stop on Tuesdays when you want to have a day off. Lifestyle means something you do your entire life. Essentially, is communicating with your life that this is something that you want. This is something you want to change in your life. And it's not like, hey, Monday I'm going to do it like this, and Wednesday I'm going to do it like this, the way you like it. So if you want to reach your goal, it also means you have to change your lifestyle. This will also apply for your vacations. It will also apply on your day offs. So keep that in mind, and I hope this has really helped you. So very often it's not about those moments when you feel great. It's more about how we communicate with ourselves. How do we see or perceive ourselves when things are not going so well? That is where it determines whether you're going to go back on track or you fall back into old, bad, toxic habits. I wish you guys happy holidays, a strong finish in 2020, and I hope this is something you can consider. This will help you when you set your New Year's resolutions, and you're going to have a strong start in 2021. Also, let me know in the comments, what kind of content would you like to see? What is something you struggle with? What is something that is holding you back, your obstacles? I'm really happy to help you guys, and then see you guys in 2021.